Bienvenidos to the podcast for Bilingual Mindsets. I am Karim Morato, your host and Spanish language coach. You are in the right place if you want company in your bilingual journey for your family or for yourself. Mi casa es tu casa. ¿Listos? Uno, dos, tres. Aquí vamos. Hola, señora Morato or Mrs. Morato here. Bienvenidos. I am so excited you are here. Becoming Bilingual is a podcast and a show for parents who are educating bilingual children, but it's also for you, the Spanish student determined to become bilingual. I want you to imagine you're coming to my house, I am opening the door, and you are entering my house. You are sitting, talking, starting a conversation with me. Yes, this is how I want you to feel when we are in this time together. I want you to feel like you are in my house. Mi casa es tu casa. I created this space so you can be encouraged and continue the journey of becoming bilingual. It is so easy to give up, to quit, to stop, to get discouraged. But I'm telling you, if you keep up the good race, keep the journey of your family becoming bilingual or you becoming bilingual, it will pay off. I promise. So, who am I? ¿Quién soy? I am Karim Morato, your host. I am originally from Guatemala, yes, Chapina. My husband is from Bolivia, so we have a multicultural home. We have three amazing kids. Two are already in college. One is still with us. My favorite part of life is that I am a homeschool mama. I have been homeschooling for the last 17 years. I have been a Spanish instructor for more than 2 decades. Yes, I am old. 16 of those years, I taught in the public school system, teaching immersion and IB Spanish. I have a master's degree in curriculum and online teaching, and I'm also a Spanish program creator. The last 10 years, I have been busy helping homeschool parents educate bilingual children through my K-12 online Spanish program. And I have helped hundreds of students to learn Spanish better and speak Spanish. So that is my mission. So I hope you can feel my passion. I am passionate about children, teens, and the whole family learning Spanish. Why? Because there are so many benefits to learning a second language. Here are some examples. The brain. Learning a foreign language does wonders to our children's brain. Also, as we age, it helps our brain to stay healthy. So let's talk about life skills, like solving problems and adapting to new situations. Yes, learning a second language, having a bilingual brain, it helps. Also, learning Spanish makes us more human. I always tell my students and families that languages are people. We learn a foreign language to connect with the culture, the people. Now, let's talk about careers because it helps for our children one day to say, I am bilingual, soy bilingüe. That brings a lot of value to our kids' future. What about traveling? It makes traveling more meaningful. You can ask my kids about that. We promised our kids to take them to Bolivia when they reach certain age, and they did. But we told them we will not interpret for you. The moment we arrive in Bolivia, you are in your own. So they did learn Spanish, and believe me, they were thankful that they were able to speak, understand, and communicate with La Familia. It was really meaningful. But one of the most important benefits is what I noticed from my families and students who are learning Spanish. It makes them get out of their comfort zone. Students are more confident, resilient, and more disciplined. Oh, yes, because they have to develop study habits. I think the transformation that happens to children and teens and adults when they learn Spanish is inspirational. So I am going to tell you, learning Spanish is the best decision you can make for your children during their school years and beyond. So one thing that I don't want to forget, yes, 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 learning Spanish will open a whole new world of cooking and food to try and enjoy. Believe me. So what are we going to be learning together during our listening time? So these are a few things that I have in mind. Number one, we are going to cultivate a bilingual mindset together. I am telling you, now that I am older, many things that we do, any endeavors, any learnings, most of the time, 80% is all about mindset and 20% is the rest. So we are going to be cultivating that bilingual mindset. Also, we will discover and practice fluency tips. And I'm going to bring inspiring stories from those who have learned Spanish and went through the journey of becoming bilingual. I have witnessed and listening to so many wonderful stories just from regular people like you and me. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to start a podcast because I want to share those stories. Another thing that I want to do is share insights from language and learning experts. And last but no less important is I am planning some episodes where we will dive deep into the richness of the Hispanic culture. I really hope you join me every time I download an episode. You are the reason why I am doing this podcast. Can I confess something? It took me a long time to record my first episode. I was scared. I was wondering if you all can understand me when I speak English because I have an accent. Can you hear my accent? So I'm telling you, I was scared. I was a chicken, una gallina. So I want to dedicate this first episode to my son, Kalo. He texted me every week asking me, Mommy, are you launching your podcast yet? And I think that he's one of the reasons I am recording the podcast. So thank you, Kalo. Gracias, Kalo. Also, I want to dedicate this podcast to my friends, mis amigos, who encourage me to do it because they believe I have a message to share with you all. And of course, I want to acknowledge and dedicate this podcast to my families and my students who are studying Spanish through my online program. Buen trabajo. And but more important, to you, my new listener, this podcast is for you. This is your space, your house. Mi casa es tu casa. So make sure to check the show notes to learn how to connect with me. And I can't wait to keep the conversation going. Hasta luego.